So Ghost of Tsushima is one of my favorite games ever. I've platinumed it, I've played it so many times. I absolutely love Ghost of Tsushima. And it's pretty much the Assassin's Creed game that I think we all ever wanted. It has everything that you would want in an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan. And I think Ubisoft seems to agree because the newest Assassin's Creed game, Assassin's Creed Shadows, is going to be trying to follow in its footsteps by releasing in November. And man, has Ubisoft dropped the ball with this one. This has to be one of the funniest things I've ever seen. So, if y'all aren't aware, Ghost of Tsushima recently came out on PC as this announcement was made. So, at the same time as Assassin's Creed Shadows is getting all this backlash, we are getting the director's cut of Ghost of Tsushima for PC. So, I mean, I'm just telling you guys, the news. I'm just telling you to go get Ghost of Tsushima. I'm not telling you to go buy it or anything, but it is a great game. So, if you do have Steam, you should go check it out. But what's funny about this is that basically all the Ubisoft like fanboys, all the stands of Assassin's Creed are like, this game is going to be revolutionary. This is not going to be like Call of Duty where it's the same game every year. It's going to be revolutionary. And then they come out with this where they can't even get the story right. It's not even the characters right because you can get different characters. It's a fictional setting, whatever. You can make a fictional story. But when you go out of your way to revisionize Japanese history was, then I think you're kind of asking for people to, call down on you, to get on you about these sort of things. I mean, even Wikipedia changed the page of Assassin's Creed Shadows and certain pieces of history just to fit with the game's lore and story because they realized they fucked up. Like, how do you do it that bad? Like, even with Ghost of Tsushima, it was a completely fictional setting, but it was based on a real invasion, a Mongol invasion, and they never fucked that up. Nobody questioned it, nobody went on Wikipedia to check it, so the fact that even just Assassin's Creed doing it is going to fuck up lore and just have it change the Wikipedia page is one of the funniest things. And it just tells you how lazy Ubisoft is. Assassin's Creed, I think I have one of the hotter takes with the series, so please sit down if you aren't already, but I enjoyed Valhalla for the most part. I didn't think it was the worst game in the world. A lot of people didn't seem to like it, but I thought Valhalla was kind of cool. But it always just feels like a worse Call of Duty in the sense that every year you just get one that's worse and worse and worse and worse. It's just like, I don't care for it. And then they come out with the setting that people have wanted for so long. Kind of like COD World War II, if you remember when that came out. Everyone wanted it, and then when it came out, it was a flop. But this time it hasn't released yet. It's going to release in November. But I'm predicting it's going to be a flop just because of all this backlash and the stocks going down significantly. You can see here the stocks go down like 10%. It's pretty fucking ridiculous. And it just goes to show you Ubisoft couldn't even bother to, I don't know, make it differentiate itself. If you're going to be in Japan, if you're going to go try to revisionize history, just make two completely different protagonists. Why make one of the protagonists more like a shinobi, right? More of a Japanese samurai in the that direction, and then you have another one that's just completely different. The characters here just do not seem to be interesting at all, with no personality. It's just, look, we have two protagonists that are different to every other person in Japan. Look, guys, please give us a purchase for our diversity. It's, I don't understand it, right? It's so easy. I mean, Ghost of Tsushima did it, right? You can go play this right now. You can go play this game, and it does it all better. It's got beautiful graphics. It's got amazing combat. The story's great. It's got free DLC for PC. So, at that point, why not just get Ghost of Tsushima? You know, Assassin's Creed should have done this way sooner, but even then, all this revisionist bullshit is ridiculous. And it does add up to the fact that this game doesn't seem to be going all that well with reviewers and just people in general who are not looking forward towards the game anymore, especially since it's coming out in November. So that's what, a few months from now? That's a good 6 months from now, 5 months from now. So when that game comes out, I question what is the decision they're going to do with this game, if they're going to change the direction or if they're just going to keep going the course. And IGN doesn't seem to really give a fuck, considering they're attacking people left and right for just not agreeing with the direction this game is being taken in. It's just like, what are you doing? Like, IGN has always been sort of shills, right? They've always kind of shilled for everybody left, whoever they really wanted to, especially with certain game developers I won't name, but you know, they've always been sort of shills, but never to this degree where they were attacking left and right for just expressing your opinion on the game itself. Every post you see with IGN just gets ratioed in the comments. It's the funniest thing. The tweets, they always get ratioed. It's so funny. And it's because they don't share the opinions of the players. So, does this mean that the game's going to be complete crap? Maybe, maybe not. I couldn't tell you. Obviously, the game hasn't come out yet. But it does tell you that the developers are being very dishonest, and IGN, who are going to be their first review copies, are being very dishonest as well. So, it's just this whole thing, this whole situation is a funny thing. The whole gaming industry this year has been just fumbling the bag big time. I have enough material here. I'm on my desk right now with just like 3 pages plus of all the gaming rants I could get into. And this one takes the cake for the funniest or stupidest one I've seen so far. The Helldivers one is up there as well, but this one is just ridiculous. I'm just gonna go back to playing Ghost of Tsushima. I don't know about you guys. The only reason I played Assassin's Creed Valhalla in the first place was because Ragnarok hadn't come out yet. So I was just playing that to pass the time, but with this, I already have the samurai game that I want. And I think it's going to be the game that most of you want too. If you don't care for the direction Ubisoft is going, if you don't support the fact that they're being lazy as shit, and basically going revisionism for what should be a AAA experience by now, if you don't care for any of that, please support developers who actually give a fuck about your money. Mostly, okay? This is Sucker Punch, okay? They do give a fuck about you and consumers, right? They care about you, the player. Please support them and don't support Ubisoft who's getting complacent and just getting so damn lazy. And then they pull this crap with the next Assassin's Creed game. It's just, it's enough, right? Like, it's enough to make you wonder, where did we go wrong? Where did we go wrong to get an Assassin's Creed game set in Japan, but it turned out to have all this backlash? Get the fuck out of here. Go fuck yourself, Ubisoft. Like, please just... You're so tone deaf, it's ridiculous. It's enough to make someone question whether or not the gaming industry is really going to go into a recession, like some people are saying. I could see why, but, you know, this is just insane. It's news like this that just make me wonder why people don't just get other games of the same variety, you know. If you want a samurai game in Assassin's Creed, go get Ghost of Tsushima. I'll keep shilling for this game because it deserves it. I absolutely adore it, so please go get this game now. But even if you haven't, right, there's just better games out there that fit the same thing that they're trying to go for. And that's the biggest problem with Assassin's Creed, because all they have is, we're Assassin's Creed set in a different fucking country. But guess what? We're gonna do revisionism so that it doesn't actually fit the setting of the fucking game. Like, wow, genius, mind-blowing. No, 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 that is not how you do this. This is not how you make a fictional story. Just look at Ghost of Tsushima again, right? Fictional story, but set during a real invasion, and the setting is pretty much accurate to a T. It is very, very accurate. So, just follow those footsteps. It's not that hard, and it can't be hard for them considering they just take the same game, change the setting, $70. That's it. You know, same shit with Call of Duty, but, you know, they do some additions. They do more additions than just adding 2 protagonists that no one cares about, or characters that people won't care about because you decided to make it so they are not really realistic at all. They do not interpret, they are not good interpretations of the setting in any way. So, that led into a bit of a rant there, I do apologize, but, you know, it is funny to see when games like this just come out, or just have news like this that are completely backwards. You know, it drives me pretty insane to see, especially Ubisoft, you know, who was once a gaming legend, falls so low. Like, come on, Ubisoft, do better, please. You're gonna be knocked out, you're gonna be sold off like Microsoft, you know, does with their companies. Come on, Ubisoft, you gotta pull it together, dude. But that's my news for you today. I'm just going to be on Ghost of Tsushima, and if you would like to join me, I'll leave a link for the director's cut in the description. You can get it on Steam or PlayStation. I would highly, highly recommend. If you don't want to support Ubisoft, please get this game now. But anyways guys, if you enjoyed the video, please hit that like button and subscribe. I could always use a new addition to the Dark Ops army, and we're getting ever so closer to 500 Dark Operators, so if you guys want to show your support, please hit that subscribe button. And if you want more hot takes like myself, then you can always just share the channel. It always helps me out. And, you know, I absolutely love making these videos, and I love ranting on these companies because we deserve better, you know. So if you enjoyed, slap the like button, you know, all that jazz. But this is Dark Ops, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Dark Ops out.